you think?
Let's talk about it. I'm at the newest ride at SeaWorld Orlando, and I'm just as confused as you guys are. After back-to-back years of SeaWorld Orlando adding brand new roller coasters, SeaWorld's taking an all-new approach for thrills. And I'm here to figure out what this ride is all about. How is it? What is it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it any different or better than Soarin over at California? Or I guess they have Soarin over the world, but I grew up at California, okay? It's Soarin over California. That's the better one. But we're not here to talk about Soarin. We're here to talk about Expedition Odyssey. There's a lot of stuff happening in Orlando right now with a brand new theme park opening up just down the street. How are they going to pull people away and bring them to SeaWorld? Is it with this attraction? I'm here to find all that out. So we're starting with the walk up to the attraction.
It's hot for an Arctic type of ride.
Yeah, that'll be a nice thing. Here in Florida, especially during the summers, it gets so hot. So hopefully this ride is air conditioned on the inside.
I expect it to be very cold. It's themed to the Arctic.
Well, that was a very nice thing about Penguin Trek, their edition last year. When you walk in, it's nice, it's cold, it's air conditioned. I mean, there's penguins in there, so it's gotta be somewhat cold. I mean, but that's a detail that often gets overlooked here in Florida attractions. Air conditioning is very important. This ride is right next to Icebreaker, one of their newest attractions, which I think is very, very important. Icebreaker was originally just tucked away in this corner, kind of all by itself. And having a roller coaster isolated is not the best for crowds. But finally, Icebreaker is gonna have an attraction that'll complement it. Now we just gotta see if it's any good. The sign is really, really nice. I'm really excited.
I don't like motion simulators.
Honestly, I'm kind of scared for that same exact reason. I don't mind motion simulators, but it's hot and I'm dehydrated. I love how they have images that show all the little Arctic animals that we're gonna encounter on this expedition. Are we gonna leave with a headache, yes or no?
I want to leave with my stomach.
Walking up the queue, I didn't know what to expect. What's really cool is we were here for the construction tour and seeing what was once a big construction site now finally come to life.
Where we're standing right now is where our guests will start the adventure, right? You'll come in through the front of the building. Right now, we are in the main queue area. This queue is going to be incredible. As guests are waiting, they're going to be looking at very high-res images of both landscapes and animals.
This is a massive room. Seeing the vision that they were telling us about finally come to life a couple months later is really, really exciting. Which is really important because I need to see if they delivered on what they promised. All right, so this is a technical rehearsal, which is super cool, but it also means some of the things of this ride might not be working. I remember hearing there's supposed to be mist and wind and sound and smell effects. And
we also have the ability to do custom lighting. We do have the ability for scent, wind, and mist on this ride.
All that stuff to really immerse you within this Arctic world. I just hope all of that, or at least most of that, is working.
Can you say sound? Of course there's sound.
There's also visual effects. Those are very important too.
There's chairs.
There are seal, walrus, and polar bear effects. Waiting in line, we realized there wasn't one theater, but two, and they were both two-story, allowing for a lot of riding. Yeah, so there's two levels, one theater, I believe. I'm not sure. There might be one or two theaters. I think there's two theaters.
Find out.
Which helps maximize how many people can be loaded into this ride. Capacity is a really important thing and an often overlooked thing.
Number 7, number 8, possibly 9. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. So Expedition Odyssey, SeaWorld's newest attraction. Let's talk about it. First, my biggest gripe is the name. I'm gonna get a little nitpicky and a little overcritical here, but let's talk about this. Expedition Odyssey is like the equivalent of saying road trip drive. They mean the same thing. An expedition is an odyssey is an expedition. What does that mean? The storytelling of Expedition Odyssey is interesting. I think it's interrupted in several parts. The visuals are engaging and beautiful. I love marine life. That's why I love SeaWorld, because it combines two things I absolutely admire, which is roller coasters and marine life. Two of my favorite things in the world. I think Expedition Odyssey does a great job at giving us an inside look on some of these Arctic animals, which most people won't be able to see in their entire lifetime. Connor, this ride has come a long way from when I saw it over at the construction tour. I can only assume you guys are very proud of this.
Absolutely. You know, this has been a years-long development process to bring Expedition Odyssey to life. We are so excited to finally be at the finish line to get to share it with all of our guests, bring this multi-dimensional attraction from the ride to the film to the animals, and have everybody finally get to join this adventure with us.
The storytelling, however, is interrupted by really weird transitions. You're soaring over a mountain and then boom, out of nowhere, there's like a cross dissolve into this next scene where you're soaring over a glacier. Soarin' over at Disney World doesn't really have storytelling either, but for whatever reason, the transitions are a lot less offensive. And maybe it's because Disney's quality of video is a lot more clear than what we got here at SeaWorld. There were moments on this ride where the video quality dropped and it was very, very pixelated, which was very jarring and very weird to see in 2025 where almost everything is 4K. I feel like I could get stuff from my phone that's crystal clear. And there were moments, it wasn't the entire ride, where this ride was not crystal clear. But then there were moments where it really slowed down and you got close to the animals, and those were amazing. And it's even more impressive to think this wasn't generated on a computer. It's not AI, it's not CGI. A real team of people went out into the Arctic. They spent days, weeks, months out there in the Arctic filming nonstop these animals.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of our favorite parts about this film. Everything you see is real. We sent teams on weeks-long expeditions over the course of more than a year to the Arctic, different seasons and different environments, all in that landscape. And it's all real footage. It was a lot of planning, a lot of coordination effort, but it truly is something like none other that only SeaWorld Orlando can do.
And that's exactly what I was expecting, and I think SeaWorld was trying to do, was bring me a thrill that brings me closer to the animal. It's why they tie it in with their animal exhibits. After you get off the ride, you get to see the beluga whales. This was always my favorite part of the attraction.
This is definitely brand new. There were not penguins in here.
The park president told me to my face that they were reworking a penguin enclosure. Was I supposed to be shooting the beluga whale or you?
Or me, yeah, I don't know. You know, hey, sometimes in life, you just have to be a beluga whale. That's just, sometimes you just
I don't think that's like a saying that people
Yeah, no, but yeah, but I feel like we can make that out of like t-shirts.
Okay. Oh. Wait, speaking of t-shirts, see how cool this shirt is? This is one of 6 designs with the United States of Amusement. The beluga whales love it. Theme park goers love it. Everyone will love it as long as you wear it. There's 7 different styles, the South Atlantic being one of my favorites. Can't go wrong with the classic purple. Now let's ask a beluga whale what he thinks about the shirt. If you guys weren't able to tell what he was saying, let me translate that for you. Buy one of these shirts. Use code ZUDER at checkout to get 10% off of your entire order. I didn't get nauseous. I got a little uneasy, but it wasn't even from the movement of the ride vehicle as much as it was from the weird streaming of this film. With that said, the ride vehicles move very, very comfortably. I actually found it very enjoyable. I thought they moved with the environments very well. It wasn't a super exhilarating ride experience. It wasn't something that was throwing you out of your seat or giving you crazy airtime. That's not what it's meant to be. The purpose isn't to be this crazy thrill. The purpose is to immerse people within the world of the Arctic. Do I think that could have been done better? With the quality of the stream or the stitching of the video onto the screen, I think it could have been improved on, but I think this is a perfect ride to be here in Florida. When it gets hot on days like today, the last thing I want is to be outside in the sun. When there's lightning within a 10-mile radius of a ride, they have to shut it down until lightning clears that 10-mile radius. That takes anywhere from 20 minutes to several hours. Sometimes parks will close for the entire day, and there's just nothing you can do about it. This will solve that issue. It's not only going to eat up crowds, but it's going to be great for the families. Like the park president has said to us, families are what make up this park, and so that's the key demographic of this ride is the families.
The family adventures are from 39 inches all the way up to me. Those families are what make our park thrive.
Almost anyone can ride this ride with its height requirement of 39 inches. It's perfect for the families. All right. I wrote it again. I needed to give it a second try. Here's my final thoughts. Look, is it the best ride in the world? No. Is it the best ride of its kind? No. Does it make this park better? Absolutely. And I think that's what matters. Not everyone needs a big, violent roller coaster, and you have 6 amazing coasters here. 6? Is it 7 or 6?
I think it's 8.
This is a missing hole that was now filled for SeaWorld Orlando. There was nothing you could do when the park went into a thunderstorm besides go home. This is the solution. And SeaWorld isn't slowing down anytime soon, like the park president told me on the construction tour.
Continue to see the growth that we're putting into this property, and I would tell you to stay tuned as you will see what's coming in the future.
And like Connor told me just a couple minutes ago, there's a lot of competition within the theme park space here. What are you guys doing to combat that over the next coming years?
Every year, in my opinion, we just keep stepping up the game. And all I can say is that it's not stopping here, right? Every year we try to raise the bar.
I'm really excited to see what the future of SeaWorld Orlando holds.
When do I get a graphic? Like, ooh, Expedition Odyssey. I rode it twice.
What was that?
We rode it twice, marathon it.